The current downturn is unique in that it is attributable to the virus and the steps taken to limit its fallout. This time, high inflation was not a problem. There was no economy-threatening bubble to pop and no unsustainable boom to bust. The virus is the cause, not the usual suspects. The virus is the cause, not the usual suspects. The virus, not the usual suspects. Virus, not the usual suspects. The virus is the cause, not the usual suspects. 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 The usual suspects.
Well, there you have it. The chairman of the Federal Reserve just said that this so-called little downturn, this depression we're having, is unique. Blame everything on the virus. I want to finish this clip off so that you can hear him formally declare open season on Main Street, which is the purpose of this speech.
The virus is the cause, not the usual suspects. Something worth keeping in mind as we respond.
Okay, now think about what he just said. The virus is the cause, not the usual suspects. And keep that in mind as we respond to this, meaning we're going to pack $3 trillion into our balance sheet. That's the virus's fault. Your pension got destroyed? Blame the virus. Your house got seized under eminent domain because some of the rotted assets we bought on our balance sheet died and fell off and now have to be replaced? Talk to the virus. It's amazing how dangerous what he's saying is. And by the way, did you see that little gulp he had there at the end? It looks like Mr. Corporate himself, once he hears the script in his own voice, is having trouble swallowing that script. It's actually quite Shakespearean. Let's roll this clip again so you can see this, and pay attention to the gulp at the very end.
The virus is the cause, not the usual suspects. Something worth keeping in mind as we respond.
Allow me to translate. You are now on notice that we are going to steal everything not nailed down and blame it all on the virus. Yeah. Well, since the criminals aren't content to rob us of our livelihoods and are now going to steal all our assets as well, I thought now might be a good time to discuss one of the least understood mechanisms of theft in the Federal Reserve engine of larceny. And that mechanism is reserves. And no, this is not another lecture about the 10-to-1 reserve requirement or how banks are lending out 10 times as much in loans as they have in capital. Nothing like that. That is actually part of the con job that is reserves. Now, to get into this and tell you what reserves are really about, I want to discuss how a wire transfer actually works. So I've got a wire transfer example here, and in our example, you